Yes, that's the hotkey. Yay!
Yay.
Okay, so this will be Catherine Classic versus mode around the world. So that's all stages.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be for full body, but the full body netcode's not necessarily the greatest.
Yeah, and we live like several states away from each other.
And meetup's not until November, so it's kind of not happening.
Yeah.
Joining with me is slientblackcat, one of the top 3-ish players of competitive, Catherine?
I would say more like top 5.
Top 5?
Yeah. But yeah, I've been involved in this competitive scene a lot, and I've gotten like pretty good somehow, which is kind of cool.
And this is more of just a statement saying that speedrun skill does not translate at all to competitive skill. Although Silent is playing at a disadvantage on keyboard because remote play's not working right now.
Yeah. I actually have like no idea what I'm doing in story mode.
And I have no idea what I'm doing in competitive, so this is kind of still biased towards you.
Yeah, I got it.
So either way, around the world, there are 9 stages in Catherine Classic, where there's 11 in Catherine Full Body. Like I said, we can't play Full Body because netcode's bad, states away, So all in all, we'll just add like an extra 15-20 minutes to whatever time we get here.
Yeah.
So that seems fine. And we're going to start with Underground Cemetery, the most basic of basic stages. There's nothing really hazardous here block-wise because everything's just a normal block. Other than that, we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Cool. All right.
Hopefully the lag is not awful.
Yeah, it should be okay. One thing I appreciate playing this game in tournament is those edgy quotes during the loading screens. It's good. Oh, I cannot move.
Not Masad?
Oh, was that like that?
Yeah, that's what you put it as.
Yeah, okay.
So this round's just going to be button check.
Okay, I did. Alright, here we actually go.
Alrighty. Goal of competitive is to either climb the tower before the other person or get rid of them.
Ooh, I got next. That's lucky.
That's not fair.
So there are items in this game, and they're like pseudo-random. Basically how they work is they're more likely to spawn if you're further behind your opponent. In that case there, I got pretty lucky.
Oh, shit.
Getting that right there.
I am not a smart sheep.
Oh.
How dare you? Why are you doing this?
No.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah, so this game walks a really interesting line between like fighting and puzzle, because throughout the round you often make choices about whether you want to like engage with your opponent or if you want to go like solve puzzles by yourself.
And I go the solving puzzles route because that's fun. Oh,
I messed it up. That was something called a Y reversal. Because of how this game's engine works, there's a lot of like really interesting tech that goes into it, just because the physics are like broken in a very particular way.
Didn't they actually develop the versus mode before they developed the story mode?
I actually did not know that. All I know is that the versus mode was like pretty much an afterthought, and then it accidentally happened to be really cool.
Yeah, shoutouts to Dacidbro for that.
Shout out to Dacidbro.
So this stage is not legal at all.
Absolutely not.
But we're just doing it just for the sake of doing it.
Always go down on a Nicken. We have lots of sayings, such as that.
So what did you do for? What'd you do that for?
What?
Yep, I'm done. I've accepted my fate.
Oh, this is interesting. Oh.
I guess I'm not done.
Nice.
So we're gonna take this recording and give it to everybody to watch as well, aren't we?
Yeah, sure.
Might as well.
True.
No! Why you do this?
Oh. Are you making your way back?
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, so what I did there to knock them super far down was like a dropkick chain. And unless you do something to get out of it, that is actually a true combo.
Yeah, we're not a 2D fighter, but we have combos.
Yeah.
What about in full body? Is that combo still a thing, or? Because keep in mind, we are doing full body instead of classic.
Yes. Yes, so dropkicks are probably stronger in full body because in this game you can get out of them with something called a dragon punch, which is just like pushing the block that they're on to get out of it. But full body does not have that. So what I'm doing here is doing some like defensive climbing. Well, maybe not anymore, but try to keep them out of getting up to where I was.
Even at a keyboard disadvantage, I'm still garbage.
Yeah, one really interesting thing about competitive, can't do that, is that you have to, you can't like climb how you would when you're just playing by yourself, because you also need to be thinking about how your opponent's also getting up. So like right here,
yeah, you two items cannot exist in the same spot at the same time, whether that be two sheep or a block and a sheep.
Yes.
Which also leads to some really funny moments when you can actually get squished.
Oh yes.
Oh, we should totally try to go for create a crush.
Yes. So this is Inquisition, another band stage. It's like really bad.
Yeah, they kind of fixed it in full body.
Yeah, it's like much more playable in full body. But the bad thing about it is, if you're able to control this center,
You've
then,
basically won.
Yeah, if you play perfectly, then there's no way to get out of it.
Oh
Yeah, this is
yeah,
a pin.
pin.
Aw.
Whoops.
So basically the deal with those is that's probably the clearest advantage or clearest example of blue sheep priority, which is a thing that exists in this game. Because if blue pins orange, then blue has to like stand there, and then they just win when the floor falls out. But if orange pins blue, then blue will actually win that, as you saw. So basically what I have to do is do a series of like head bobs and then try to like time getting up to a block like right as the stage is falling out. It's kind of silly. Pins work completely differently in full body.
They don't exist in full body. Well, they do, but they're not true pins.
Not really. Yeah.
Ice blocks. I don't like them.
Yes. Basically, you just like keep going. If you're on a row of ice blocks, and what that means is, if there's like no other block on the end, then you will slide off to your death.
Nice paradise. Not gonna fall for it. Oh. Oh no!
Wow. Okay.
This game, man.
Yeah, like because you don't have as much control when you're walking across the ice blocks, it can affect your movements in really strange ways. That's like hard to account for, I guess.
Love? No. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Oh yeah, so this right here is something called the Paradise. Basically, when you have a dark block at the end of a row like that, then they can't really like push or pull that row, because that block's in the way, which leads to like really like oppressive defensive setups in the stage. Which
Very
is
oppressive. You have to go out of your way to get around that.
Yes. Unless
Also, another thing that didn't happen on that stage: no items.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, items just don't spawn on ice blocks.
And what that means is, if you fall behind at the start and your opponent is being optimal, then you will like always lose. Because one big function of the items is to serve as like a catch-up factor.
Instead of a mustard factor.
Nice. So anyways, this is Clock Tower. These bomb blocks are kind of spooky.
They change all the blocks around them that aren't dark blocks into crack blocks, and if they're crack blocks, they just remove them completely.
Yes.
Oop.
No, you pushed it out.
I got greedy with that block.
Aww.
I can make it, coach! No.
Yeah, so because of how the cracked blocks work, that makes the stage very fragile.
Don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh.
I guess I'll just do that then.
I forgot about that. Yeah, what I was doing there is playing defense because there's something in this game called walking on sunshine, where if you throw a block, it normally takes a while for like the actual block to show up, but
the game detects it that the block is actually there before
Yeah,
the
so
animation's finished.
Yeah, so you can walk on it, and you.
If it's a white block, it's a little white flash of light, which is why it's sunshine.
Indeed, and you have enough time to. Like walk on top of the block and then drop kick them down.
Except when your opponent is garbage like me and they don't let you do
that. So this is Spiral. Those portals kill you. That's kind of what's going on in this stage.
I'm going to make noises that I don't know what that's walking on the moon.
Yep. Is that what we call it for dark blocks?
I think.
Nice.
Should be. Okay. Let's try to get this pin right this time.
Yes. So, when I first got it, my timing was messed up because the floor was so close to falling out. Basically, I have the visual cue of when the second to last layer falls out. Like that, yeah. Oh, we should talk about pin selfies. So,
thanks. Another shout out to Dacid.
Shout out to Dacid. Yeah, so basically in competitive, because those pins can take a really long time, where it's kind of just like dead air. What people started doing was taking a selfie while they were pinned.
Yeah.
Which is both really funny, but also...
it's a very good marketing gimmick.
Yeah, it's definitely one of like the defining things about like this game's competitive brand.
Are you still Empress of Imperio, or did someone else take that from you?
No, I'm still that.
Okay.
You'll get to see that stage next. But right now is Cathedral, that has some of the probably the most difficult like block patterns in competitive.
It's also the most annoying stage in story mode because the true enemy is the AI and not the boss itself.
See, that's why you don't play story mode. Oh,
I don't know what you were trying to do there.
I thought I had turned.
Kind of ruined me. I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll ruin your party.
Aww. So one thing that's cool about this stage is the openings for stages are always fixed, and the opening for this stage is like so complex that you can kind of cater the opening to how you want to play. So like you saw what I just did there was like a slower opening, and that's if you want to try to like farm for items. Meanwhile, you can go for a faster opening.
And you can also just get something like this and completely ruin any chance of doing anything. Like, I don't know what the hell I can even do.
Some of the funky...
This jank!
With the stage.
I guess I can try to get over here and get this.
So, there definitely is... oops.
I got it!
Nice.
I'm just gonna
so there definitely is like lots of interaction you can have on this stage, but it generally tends to be a bit more like puzzle focused. Oh, if you want, you could probably push out the block I'm on.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit here.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna revel in my victory.
When we're showcasing full body, this won't be an issue because
yeah, pins are not a thing.
Yeah, pins exist, but you can't like stay in them forever.
Yeah, they actually added a counter mechanic, which actually still works in story mode with the AI shape as well. So if you're hanging off the side of a block and they won't move because they're being bullies, you can hit circle and you'll counter them.
So this is Imperio. This is by far my favorite stage.
Worst stage.
No. It was actually banned in competitive.
Because of lag.
Up until the past like year or two. So there's a couple things going on here.
Besides being a complete bully.
One is that these blocks with the faces move randomly. Oops.
I'm taking that. Just not have dead air will continue.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's a block we haven't talked about. Mystery block. Oh!
Oh, that was lucky. Yeah, so these red blocks can produce a random block once you step on them, which can be really annoying.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, including spike blocks. Which means that you always have to be like...
You have to treat mystery blocks as if they're every block in the game.
Yeah, basically.
Simultaneously at the same time.
It's a lot. Should not have lived through that.
Okay. Oh, bully.
So another quirk about the stage is I'm not letting you get that. These dark blocks are actually immovable, which means that defense is like really good.
Defense is stupid, busted, OP. Yeah. Please nerf.
Oh yeah, so we alluded to this previous, but I have something called the title on the stage, which means I'm the Empress of Imperio. I don't remember when it started, but basically the lore behind it is that I have like a permanent title for winning like a 1st to 5 on this stage, and you have to you have to win a 1st to 5 against the person who has the title to claim it.
I should have pushed that. Why didn't I push that?
We're in a predicament here.
We are. Yeah, we're kind of in a stupid position.
Stalemates happen like this sometimes. I don't know. And in part, it's due to the nature of the random blocks on this stage, because I probably would have had a path up if one of those blocks wasn't a immovable block.
You know what? I'm going to be greedy and go for that.
Ooh. Spicy.
That doesn't matter because I just got another one.
No.
No.
This is something called sidle defense. Basically, Crispy can't hit me there. I think that might be it for you.
Oh! Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'm taking this one. I'm not letting you out of this one.
Oh,
Nice. Why? I'm greedy.
yeah. Okay. Oh, this is unfortunate. Yeah, like that was an unwinnable position for. Oh no.
Oh! Mama Luigi! I'm taking this one! Screw you! I'm taking this one!
Nice.
And that's the last stage, so
Yeah,
time. 24
Yeah.
minutes, so 25-ish minutes for 9 stages, so I'd guess full body would probably take half hour, 40
35?
minutes, 35 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, so
These are some stupid matches.
those are good. Just want to take a quick moment to like shout out the competitive community because it's generally been like one of like the best communities I've been a part of, and I've met a lot of
Yeah, and
cool people through it.
And we're insanely small. We only have like what 20-ish people in the US.
Yeah, normally tournaments for this game are like 10 to 20 people. So if you're interested in checking this game out, we definitely have room for you.
Yeah, we also have a Discord link on the Catherine Full Body Speedrun leaderboard, so if you're interested in that, you can join us there.
Yes, and we also run netplay matches from time to time. If you want to give this game a shot.
Just not on Full Body, because...
Not on Full Body. There's a lot to talk about with Full Body, but let's not do it right now.
Yeah, you don't want to get me started.
Yeah.